What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are going to be talking about Omega Red in Dark Dimension 4 and how that he is just an absolute monster in here. This is really kind of the last video we're going to do on testing with Omega Red because there's really nothing else to talk about, which is kind of sad, but we've knocked out a ton of content talking about him in the past week. If you guys have missed all that stuff talking about him versus Heroes for Hire, we've done 2 videos on that. My initial impressions on him, some counters to the Weapon X team if you find them on defense. Plenty of testing has been done. So this is like the 5th video, I think, now with Omega Red and playtest stuff. So we've definitely gotten our use out of the test server. If you guys do find this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. But this guy, he's an absolute unit. And you can see I've got this on auto right now. And I completed this full node without any problems. I did have to take it off auto once we got close to the end of each wave just to make sure everybody's cooldowns are set properly. But for the most part, I really just set auto and just watched it. And this fight took me about 20-25 minutes to complete. It was really impressive, but Omega himself, his basic can steal health. It prolongs bleed, offense down, and speed down, which a lot of the characters here give. I mean, Ebony Maw and Jubilee both really sync up with that. Doc is kind of your healer for the team, but he can apply speed down. And then Adam Warlock can also apply negative effects with basic on him as well. And then also, the ultimate on Omega Red can steal 10% health from everybody. It only takes 50% of that and puts it onto himself, but he will steal 10% health from everybody on his ultimates. He flips everything on the field. He applies ability block on his special and his ultimate, applies trauma, heal block. I don't know what else to say beyond that. Like, what you get from him here is kind of incredible. You can see he's dealing some decent damage as well, but I want to kind of talk about what we are getting with him in here because of just like how he synergizes with these characters, because everyone on this team has negative effects or prolongs negative effects, and each of those really synergize very nicely with Omega Red, and that kind of allows him to really get some nice use out of him, plus 2 ability blocks on him, which is always great. There's a lot of control with this team. You've got stuns on you have stun on Adam Warlock, you have ability block, you have also stun on Jubilee, ability block with 2 abilities from Omega Red. You have defense up on your team, offense down with Ebony Maw, the health steal as well. Doc can prolong things with his ultimate, applies lots of healing regeneration with his special. So yeah, it's kind of incredible what this team can do with like just adding in Omega Red here and just letting him kind of go off. Now, I do have some different ISO on these characters. Like I got Skirmisher on Jubilee and Ebony. I've got Healer on Doc, and then I've got Striker on both Adam and Omega Red. I'm basically waiting for blue stacks to load in so we can just break down the kit here for you guys. But yeah, I mean, this kit, it's kind of incredible. Get out of here, offers. So the kit with Omega Red, we've already seen that this guy just absolutely murders in war, and that's to be expected. When he drops below 60% health, gains speed up and 2 death proof. Most of this is kind of stuff that you're gonna have with war, so you're not really worried about this. One thing that I do think is helpful is while any enemy has immunity, all Weapon X allies gain 40% crit chance. You'll run into quite a few Ebony Maws in Dark Dimension 4, so they're gonna have immunity on them on spawn, and I believe you also give it to Thanos on spawn as well. So you can use this to get boosted crit chance on Omega Red, which is nice. But really, the most powerful thing here is going to be his ultimates, flipping all positive effects to negative effects, dealing damage to everyone on the enemy team, reducing speed bar by 10%, which is huge. Yeah, the stealing 10% health from all enemies redistribute to himself. That's 10%. We already talked about that. 10% of everybody. Only heals himself a cap of 50%. But yeah, I mean, ability block to the primary target, slow and heal block to all enemies. And then on his special, Coil Crush, applies trauma to the primary target. You can steal max health as well from this too. Like the fact that he does decent damage on his own, but then he also applies heal block. He's also stealing max health. He just does a ton of damage on his own, applying speed up to himself. But then really what makes him powerful is this basic with the striker stuff here. We increase the duration of bleed, slowing offense down on the primary target by 1. Now, between that and Adam Warlock, you're prolonging a lot of negative effects. You get Striker on Omega Red with this, and he just kind of goes to town. Hello, Jordan. Welcome back. My roommate just walked in, and he's dancing over in the corner. So anyways, where were we? Yes, legendary characters in Dark Dimension 4. So, like we said with Adam Warlock, his basic can prolong duration of all negative effects, excluding ability block and stun, which is fine. You got plenty of other negative effects like bleed, offense down, speed down. So all those be prolonged by Adam. Jubilee with her ultimate will apply speed down to all enemies and then stuns the primary target. She can also, her special also, I think I've only killed 1 or 2 targets on auto with this. So take it as you will, but if you do line this up right and you get like ability block, offense down, speed down, bleed, like all these negative effects stacked up on one character, use this special and kill that target. Now all those negative effects have spread everywhere. So that's another thing too, where you can get those effects prolonged, add more effects on with Omega Red, and let that special go to work. Also, her basic applies blind. Like, yeah, we know how good Jubilee is. We know how good Adam Warlock is. Doc with the speed down on his basic. Between Doc and Omega Red, you have 2 characters that both flip, and then Doc can also prolong. So what I usually do is I take the ultimate from Omega Red, I use that to flip, and then apply ability block, heal block, all those negative effects, and then I follow up with Doc's ult to then prolong everything, because that's very, very helpful. You know, taking a 1-turn ability block, prolonging it to 3 turns between Adam and Doc is massive. It's 3 turns where basically that character can't do anything. So when you run into characters like Ebony Maw or Falcon, it's very helpful to get that ability block on them. It prevents them from really going off and really helping to make things more complicated for your team. In fact, I never even used Phoenix. That's how powerful the legendary characters have got at this point. Like, yeah, there's no point in using Phoenix anymore when you have characters like Adam, Ebony, Doc, Jubilee, Omega Red. Like, that's kind of, I think that's going to be your 5 characters to use in DD4 for DD5 Legendary. Those 5 characters, just because of the power they have. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, we have the speed down for everybody here, but yeah, I mean, I kind of just want to let this footage keep going so you guys can just see a bit more. And I mean, yeah, you can see we've got Taskmaster there, we've got Thanos. I forgot I had Soul playing in the back while we were going off, but I mean, just, it's kind of crazy. I want to know what you guys think about this with Omega Red and DD4. And seeing this on auto, are you guys going to bother taking him up for DD5? Are you guys going to push him for Legendary with tier 16 and use him in DD5 to unlock Dormammu? I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. But let me know down below what you guys think about everything with Omega Red, and if you guys really want to use them in DD5 and 4 or not. As always, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.